National Police. Gentlemen and ladies, once again, you're welcome to this edition of Organizative Speech Talk, a monthly media interactive session that gives the government the opportunity to interact with the media, take questions, listen to your submissions, take the necessary feedback that will guide him consolidate on his giant strides in governance. In one of his finest moments, one of the iconic leaders we had in this nation, Owele Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, said, "If the holds maturity, healthy political and civilized mind, that dispensation, the views and the yearnings of the people must be respected in free and fair." Quote unquote. In recognition of this fantastic submission by one of my iconic leaders, His Excellency deemed it most appropriate to come up with this program that will give him the opportunity and the platform to interact with you and listening to your opinions, listen to your questions, take the necessary feedback, and improve his giant strides as the governor of our state. As usual, we have two moderators that will be moderating tonight. We have Stalin Bar of Sun FM, Berry, and Vivian Chima of Family Love FM from Haiti. They will be moderating, taking necessary questions and passing them over to the governor. Now we hand over the microphone to our governor for the necessary opening speech. And like is the tradition, we'll also take with us the program is going live on several media platforms, which Stanley Bar and Vivian will be mentioned. Thank you and you're welcome.
Good evening. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, honorable commissioners that are here, the chief of staff to the governor, special advisors, senior special assistants, other government appointees that found time to be with us today, gentlemen of the press, India, who are at home, listening. I want to thank everyone that found time to join us this evening. And if it is not too late, I would like to wish all of you a happy New Year. Today is the first day of February 2024. The year has started racing. And we thank God for seeing all of us through the year 2023 and bringing us safely into the year 2024, of which 1 month is gone already. I want to underscore the importance of this event, which offers us an opportunity to take common questions, guidance, and explanations to everyone that is interested. I believe that is over we missed the session for December, only to all the activities of December. I believe the last time we gathered here was that 8th November or December. Between that time and now, a lot of things have happened. I believe you have been following. I'll just quickly highlight some of them. There's no way I will summarize everything that has happened within 1 or 2 months in a few moments that we have to spend here. Suffice it to say, we have been firing on all cylinders in terms of reclaiming our state for infrastructural decay. At the last count, 26 new roads are in different stages of completion. That does not include several other routes, we believe over 10 or 15, that we are dealing with through our direct labor agents. We have commissioned about 6 brand new routes or newly constructed routes. Information reaching me is that we have another 4 or thereabout completed and ready for commission. Most of them are in Abia. In addition, our zero pothole policy is being implemented to the letter in major towns, including Abia and On1st. Our selection of routes is based on their strategic importance. Very soon, we will also commence our efforts in ridding Abia of flooding, particularly Abia market and all the corridors around there. It's a very ambitious project, and we want to be the race from the drawings, designs, and all the meetings that we had between yesterday and today. It does appear that it will take more than 18 months to rid Abia of flooding. So our challenge now is to divide the project into phases. Within the next few days, we will come up with a comprehensive plan. We are also very invested in deserting the whole of Abia and On1st And we believe that that will help save the roads in the building and also save the environment from flooding. The next thing that we have been doing is just keeping our environments clean and decent. That has been a big problem because the amount of waste that have been accumulated over a long period of time as you clean, more and more waste come out. In the last few weeks, our rehabilitation agency has taken up a job of educating people and letting them know that it does not make any sense to live in dirty environments. So I use this opportunity to appeal to everyone to support us in keeping the environments clean, ensure that you do not throw garbage anyhow. Look for the provided means. This evening I was told that we are a few streets in Abia that don't have means. I think about 18 of them. In the next 1 week, we provide fees for the streets. I believe it's the same thing in Umaya. So when we provide the fees, please help us by throwing your garbage in the fees. We also believe strongly that a lot of our energetic young men can be better employed and better used than going around as scouts and rebels. So we started a program of orientating our people and also providing the enabling environment for small-scale businesses, also providing access to capital for them so that they can be more productively engaged than running around the streets and those looking for people to scam or people to molest. So they will see a more serious approach towards eradicating chaos and housing. Within the period, we also set up the Abia Global Economic Advisory Council. The council was launched here, and the whole idea is to get people who know better than we do, who have more exposure than we do, to support us by providing pieces of advice left, right, and center, particularly when it has to do with the economy, and also opening doors for us to attract capital, both local and foreign. Because without capital, you cannot build the modern state that we have in mind. I want to thank the members of the advisory council, those that came personally, those that joined us virtually, and those that were not available but have accepted to serve on the Global Economic Advisory Council. I believe their work has started, and I'm very confident that Abia will be the better for it. It's also interesting to note that these well-accomplished individuals are serving our state pro bono. We're not paying for it. So it is a mark of approval for such people to accept to sell for free. So I want to, on behalf of Abia people, thank the co-chairs, Dr. Ms. Otti, Halifa Sanusi, and Mr. Dolaju Baru. And then the advisory, honorary advisors to the council, our own Dr. Mrs. Ngozi and Professor Benedict Oke-Orama, and of course other members of the Global Advisory Council for accepting to serve. There are a lot of other initiatives in the health area, in the education area, and in our journey toward the digitalization of our state, which time will not allow me to elaborate here. In the area of civil service, we have started the reforms and set up a new paradigm for the civil service. We completed a verification exercise to ensure that those we are paying are actually those that are served. I believe there may have been a few hitches left, right, and center. But the team that we have is dedicated to resolving all the hitches. We have made a promise to take out the pension arrears, and like I said in my New Year speech, we also encountered hiccups there. And as we speak, we are engaging with the Nigerian Union of Pensioners to ensure that we come to a resolution on that matter in no distant time. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me once again welcome you to this party, and I'll turn the microphone over to the moderators to carry on the rest of the proceedings. God bless you.
Hello, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Well, this is the moment we've been waiting for. This is the first edition of this program in 2024. I want to say Happy New Year to you, Your Excellency. Nice meeting you again. And it's affords us the opportunity to interact with the number one citizen of our district, and it's a moment we will definitely do this once again. On the platform today, you have just one question to ask. But before we do that, we'll definitely have to introduce ourselves as we often do. My name is Stanley Ba, and I represent Sun FM, Lightman Control, in Berahama country.
Okay, a very good evening, Your Excellency. Good evening, members of the press. My name is Vivian Chima. I represent Family Love Affair.
And of course, we are here as one family. That's why the government got all of us to stay together, find out what the state government is doing and how best we can make the state a bit better. Probably we'll start from here. We need to know ourselves so the government will know those who are here present today.
Okay, we just need to let everyone know that this interaction is aired live on different radio stations. Because we have the BCA 8.1 FM. We also have Flow 94.9 FM. We have Family Love 99.9 FM. We have Vision Africa 104.1 FM. We also have Song 91.3 FM. And the Aimba 94.3 FM.
Of course, we have Rio 99.1 FM, Sun FM 91.9, Magic FM 102.9. Zik 96.3 FM, and Rabi 96.5 FM.
It's also important to note that this program is streamed on AFN News, ABN News TV, Iberia TV, and other online platforms. Very important to note. This
is the moment we'll definitely know ourselves right now, so we'll start the program without further delay. Those from the print media, those from electronics as well, please, I believe the governor will want to know who is here today. All right, we'll start from there. We'll start from your end. Please, the questions you're going to ask in just 1 minute. You don't ask more than 1 minute, please. And again, it's only one question each. So you go straight to the point and we'll take your questions. When you raise your hand up, please we'll make that choice.
Your Excellency, my name is Peter Okor, I write for Business Hall. Sir, it's about 4 years the people of Ihos in our local government of the state were chased out of their ancestral homes. To date, they are still languishing, unsettled. So we would like to know if you have been briefed about this issue, and we want to know the extent you and your brother across the have reached in making sure that these people go back to their ancestral homes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Peter. We have not been briefed. You said it happened 4 years ago. So I believe that that's probably why it was almost. So now that you have raised it, if it is still on, if you have more information, please contact the office of the deputy governor and we'll take it up. Thank you.
Okay, who's next? Okay, please.
Good evening, sir, and Happy New Year. So my question is about Ulona farm settlement. Okay, my name is Henrietta Shikodi. I write for Nigerian Statesman. The question is about Ulona farm settlement. The other day, I met with the PG of Ohumu, and he was so passionate. In fact, he was pleading that we are journalists, and if we happen to meet the governor, we should please talk about that farm settlement that is enough to give the state IGR and also enough to give employment to the youth. So please, sir, my question is, do you have any plan for that settlement? Thank you, sir.
Arietta, thank you very much. Yes, we do. And interestingly, a detailed presentation was made by the combined team of the Agri Ministry, led by the Commissioner for Agriculture, Professor Monica Irokwe, and PwC consultants. And we are looking at On1st in addition to a whole lot of other settlements, including the rubber, the palm oil, and a few others. So we are on it, and I believe that very soon we'll come up with a model that will work. Thank you.
Please, print media one, then we'll move over to electronics and then online. That's the way we're going to take it. Please. You there? Yeah, that's you.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Jesse Okaja from Isalabana. I represent Focus Media News. So please, I want to ask about the proposed Tega Inland Dry Seaport. We understand it is a port of final destination, and it has been legal over the time, even before your government came on board. So please, we are asking about your plan towards the actualization of that project, because I know it will give most of our unemployed youths, I know it will engage a lot of us. Thank you, sir.
Yes, you can right? Okay. But from this year, no, but not. Okay. So you are conflicted. So, like you said, it is something that has been on the drawing board. If my recollection is correct, since the 90s. And the former managing director of Nigerian Shippers Council came with a team to meet with me a few months ago. His name is Dr. Kingsley Oso. And so I asked a few questions. You know, some projects that people start, maybe they don't think through it very well. So if you were a businessman, assuming you are not from Sierra then you are importing a container, and you have an option of making your final destination or name or product vis-a-vis this year number, assuming it is operational. You will find that a lot of people will go for a name of port for the simple reason that the mode of transport from either Port Harcourt or Name into Isialand has not been sorted out. Inland ports can only work when you sort out the logistics of transferring goods, because the goods must land at the seaport first. So before we can talk about that inland port, we must talk about the rail, because it's also much more expensive to move goods by road. So the original design of that inland port had rail attached to it. It's only recently that the route from Port Harcourt into Abia was completed. Trains haven't started flying on the routes because I believe they want to get to a place like On1st or Enugu before putting the trains on it. So if you do not sort out the rail from Port Harcourt into Isialand North, I doubt that that project will be viable. There are a few river ports, including the Onitsha, and a few other places that have been completed, but they are not being used to optimal capacity. So it is something that I'm happy to deal with if somebody can convince me that it makes sense to clear your goods, move them by, it makes sense for goods to land in Port Harcourt or even Calabar or Lagos and then you will now move them by road into Isialagwa, and then people will come and clear. So if you don't sort out the logistics problem, dry ports hardly work, and that is supported by literature. I don't know if I've answered your question. Thank you.
Okay. I think I have a question, sir, Your Excellency. Before that time, I want to bring your indulgence to allow us categorize this question session into three: the print, the electronic, and online, so that we can have three persons ask their questions at once while you keep a mental note so that we can have this thing move quickly. Is it possible, sir? Okay, anyway, my question.
I told that some of us are getting good. If I take 3 questions, I may forget. I will exercise my fundamental human right to forget.
Okay.
So we'll take them one after the other.
One after the other. Okay, let me ask my question. So, Your Excellency, I want to ask, is it possible that as the father of the states, that you can dish out a policy or a directive, and in the long run, you realize that very many persons are not comfortable with that policy? There's some level of outcry. Is it possible that you can reverse that policy? Is it possible? I'm speaking on the general terms right now. Go ahead, sir.
All right. There is nothing that is impossible. So, the direct answer is yes, it's possible. And I've always told my people that the mark of a man, and man includes woman, is to say something in the morning and keep to it up to the evening. But again, the mark of a man is also to say something in the morning, and if in the evening he is convinced that what he said in the morning does not hold water anymore, he changes his position. So fairness and then realistic, they work together. So if there is a policy that we have put out there, and we find that it was a mistake or it was taken without getting on the facts. We will get on the facts. We are not people that will not reverse it and actually offer an apology. So we are only human. So we can make mistakes. So direct answer to your question, yes, it's possible. And do you have any particular one you want to?
Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Some time ago, a few days ago, we entertained some directors who were affected by the 8 years tenure policy of this administration. And they came with just one plea that it should be reversed, because some of them still have many years ahead of them. Some of them said they still have like 6 years, 8 years, 4 years, and for them, they are not finding things fun. The economy is harsh and everything. So is it possible that in situations like this, there could be a reversal, sir?
All right, so whenever you take a decision that affects a human being, it's likely, particularly if it affects him negatively, you would expect that he will be comfortable with it. But you cannot, because someone is not comfortable with a decision, revert that decision. If you came up with a legitimate reason why that decision should be revisited, I'm happy to listen to it. That some people are uncomfortable with that decision is not convincing, because people will always be comfortable. But while some people are uncomfortable, others will be comfortable. And I will give you an instance. That somebody is asked to retire after 8 years creates an opportunity for another person to rise. So if somebody was retired and somebody had been elevated to his position, by the time you reverse that decision, the person that was elevated to that position wouldn't be uncomfortable with it. And if he makes an appeal, like the ones that were made to you, you may as well reverse it again. And before you know it, you'll be dancing like a yo-yo. So my clear response is that there was a reason for that decision. And it's not just Abia. And in any case, it's a policy that had been in place even before our time. It's just that some people suspended it, I believe, in 2015. It was to dust it up to say, policy has been there. Can we bring it to the fore? We didn't make that policy. And let me also assure you that it's a good policy. If you have been a director for 8 years, you've tried. You know, the problem with us Nigerians is that we like to sit tight. Meanwhile, your children are growing up. You don't want to retire. You get to retirement age, you start offering your documents because you want to remain there until you are 80. At the same time, you're also complaining that there are no jobs for your children that are coming up. How can there be jobs for them when you have occupied the position they should have aspired to? So, on that particular issue, I'm not convinced that they should be revisited. Thank you.
All right, please, next. Electronic, we're going straight to, okay, Daddy, please. Yes.
Good evening, Your Excellencies. My name again is Edda Joe. I write for Daily Access. Sir, my question is on a project that has been neglected by past and present regimes. That is pipe-borne water for the masses in Abia and any part of Nigeria. Sir, well, we applaud your present jobs we are doing right now in the state. We want to find out if you have any plan to reactivate pipe-borne water in Abia State, because the pipes are all over the place. Even in my place in Ogocha, we have pipe-borne water that was working before the war, but I don't know why it has been abandoned. And not everybody will be able to erect boreholes all over the place. For people in the rural area who have no money, they will want that pipe-borne water to come back to activity. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you are correct, I will answer your question, but I think this microphone, are you listening? Kazi? This microphone, you will have to hold it, come back, come. Hold the microphone, and they will be pointing who you should take it. It's clumsy to take it back, since you guys can't provide 2 microphones. So be there, and then they will point. And so you don't need to go back and forth. If you need to speak, I'll lend my own microphone to you. All right, so pipe of water, it looks like you are in the spirit. because on Saturday I'm holding a meeting with a group that wants to revive pipe-borne water in On1st. And I already have started speaking with another group that actually have been working on pipe-borne water in Abia, abandoned it for several years. We have held 2 meetings. Information from them shows that some of the pipes that have been laid in the past had rusted, and they had to dig them out and replace them. So it's not going to be as easy as we thought it was going to be, because I was told that about 70% of our bath is stored. But it has taken time between the time they laid those pipes and now. So yes, we have plans to get taps running in your kitchens and your homes. We believe that in a few years, that should be realized. I'm not yet at a where I can give you specific time when it will happen. But rest assured that we are discussing that. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, good evening. My name is Goyan, the manager, Rapid TV and Radio. Your Excellency, one of the problems Obani market in On1st here has faced is the issue of non-availability of water and the proximity of the market. Your Excellency, I'm aware that market is situated closer to the people. The case of Obani market is different, and this is why the people at Eastgate in On1st, some petty traders, they found it very difficult to move with their tray pan that contains 1,000 naira tomato to transport to Obani market. Your Excellency, with some of these issues, do you have a plan to give the people of On1st a modern market? Thank you.
Thank you. It's a fairly complex problem, but you can be sure that we will deal with it. The modern market that you are talking about can still be a Obani market. Once you provide the necessary facilities and access to the market. We also have plans to expand the On1st Capital Development Area. Before now is that everybody wants to be in the same place. So the town was not expanding. So with infrastructure, getting to different nooks and crannies of On1st, I'm sure people will begin to move further down. So we also have a plan, and we are working with a consultant called Planet Projects to set up a modern park. And you know, sometimes when you see the traffic at Eastgate and all the markets, it's because of people who gravitate down there. So if you move those people to a place where you don't only have a park, but you have shops and you have other entertainment areas, you see the market will follow it. So we have a grand plan. We'll roll it out very soon. We'll be working around the clock to ensure that we'll get it right first time. It's still early days. Don't forget we are just sure that by the time we've done 2 years, you will see rapid changes in On1st capital development area. Thank you very much, Agoyan.
Online, please. Online.
Good evening, Your Excellency, sir. My name is Grace Dr. Zinekachi. I report for ABN TV. I will please, permission for 2 questions, please, sir. The very first one.
That will be breaking your rule, just one.
Okay. All right, Your Excellency, sir. I'll be asking my question based on security. How do you intend to consolidate on gains being made in security in regards to resurgence of kidnapping? And I'm asking this question based on last week, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of APSU, Professor Godwin Emezuo, was adopted right here in Abia. So how do you intend to consolidate the gains that you've achieved, sir? Thank you.
Grace, thank you. That's a very good question. And it's very unfortunate that the Deputy Vice Chancellor was kidnapped in the center of town. It is it's not a usual occurrence, but it happened. And what the security agencies learned from this is that they cannot let their guards down because something that is unusual can always happen. We are already discussing and we are putting plans in place to ensure that things like that do not happen anymore. From intelligence, it does appear that the kidnappers came from outside the state and they took him to somewhere outside the state. I believe that contacts have been made and we pray that very soon he will rejoin with his family. But we've taken note of that, and because it's a security issue, I would not want to speak more than this. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Who's next?
Wait, please. Wait, media. Wait.
Your Excellency, I am sorry about that. Sir, one of my people, your people, our people, in our African community is in pain over the contamination of our water. As a journalist over there, this people are using the water to bath. They are using the water to cook. They are using the water to drink. This is the concept. Put the concentration, the cost of these commodities. Their water recently was contaminated, and I thank you seriously over a competent commissioner, the former commissioner for environment, who quickly ensured that there was no casualty. That man is around there in the road. So, Excellency, this community is facing bad road. They don't have any good roads. The dust there turns to okra during the rain season. They don't have any government presence in that area, no pipeline water. The only government presence here is a center. So start putting into consideration what are going to now our people. What are we going to do to ensure that these people don't die because of lack of drinking water? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wataman. I am aware of the situation of data created in Ukwana local government. As a matter of fact, I thought you would have also noted that the wife of the governor was there yesterday in person, not only to commiserate with the residents of the community, but also support them with palliatives. So in the interim, an arrangement has been made to ensure that they have water outside the contaminated water that we are still investigating where it came from. Some of the challenges you mentioned, lack of access road and the rest, I am sure you will agree that is not peculiar to that community. Virtually everywhere, including the capital city and the commercial health center of the state, we are suffering from the same set of challenges. So we are gradually moving. And this morning, I got a message that the mayor of Tijuana is also going to do something about the road, at least make it accessible. And then in due course, when we have sufficient resources, we will move in that direction. Rome was not built in a day. So the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And once that step is in the right direction, we should exercise patience. So I commiserate with the community, and we will provide them with every support possible to ensure that we reduce the impact of the contamination. Thank you.
Electronic, please. Speak to electronic.
Take the microphone.
His Excellency, sir.
Sorry, that's not you, but yeah. Well, the governor said she should go ahead, so probably after that we give it to him.
His Excellency, sir, my name is Joy Lottery. I represent Rapid TV Umuahia. His Excellency, I want to thank you for your zero tolerance for potholes and then regular payment of salaries on 28th of every month. But then, do you have any plan to offset leave allowances and gratuities of civil servants? Thank you, sir.
Thank you for joy, right? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you for commending us for the one that we have done. I can assure you that anybody that is whose leave is due gets his or her leave allowance. And that has been the case from the time we took over government May 29 last year. On the arrears, they are also in the bucket of the pensions. The Some of them go back to as far as 2014. And so we are talking of a huge amount of money. And so we are discussing and looking at it and looking at how to deal with it. If we have all the money, we will pay. But unfortunately, that's what we saw, just like in many other places. So we can only do so much. We are taking them one step at a time. Pensions, after pensions, we can now begin to look at gratuities and all the other analysis. The unfortunate part of the problem is that you need to go beyond claims to confirm how much that is being owed and who that the governments, previous governments were owed. So it's not elsewhere, the information should be at the heat of the button. That here you have to go through verification. Sometimes some claims are wrong. Sometimes some people who are listed as beneficiaries don't even exist. So you have to exercise due caution, and it takes a lot of time. Verification of exercise for pensioners took us to people's homes, particularly those that were sick, those that were too old. We didn't want anybody to be exposed to danger moving into a central location. So those that were sick, we had to get into their houses to verify them. So it takes a lot of efforts. So you can be sure that we are doing. Thank you.
And don't forget that this interaction is flying live on BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Family Laws FM, Vision 104.1 FM, Sun 91.3 FM, Village, Abia 94.3 FM.
We have this interaction also live on Real 99.1 FM, Sun 91.9 FM, Magic FM 102.9 FM, Z 96.3 FM, Rapid FM as well. We're also streaming this program live on AF News, ABN TV, Where TV, and other online platforms. At this juncture, Your Excellency, we also want to tell us that we have messages coming through via SMS, perhaps a radio indulgence not to take just one. Okay. We have this one from Mike or Nick Umar. He says, the tenure of the Auditor General is vacant following retirement of the Commonwealth who retired since September 5th. My question is this: what is causing delay in reappointment of Auditor General?
Thank you, Mike, right? Okay, thank you. We are aware that the former Auditor General has retired, and we are conducting interviews. So very soon, that position will be filled. We believe that we need to go through a process that is very transparent and choose up the best person, just like we did with the appointment of permanent secretaries. We don't want to just hit our hand on our head and appoint somebody. So the interviews have gone on for a while, and we believe that very soon the most competent hand will be appointed to that position. Thank you.
We'll come back to the online questions, but then we move forward. Please.
Done. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Nina Gabriel. I report for Tuesday. I witnessed a fight on Monday and Tuesday by a group of persons they were fighting residents around Okuta and Enyimiri. The people came to drop deaths around 6 a.m. or so. They were extorting money from them in the name of mobile courts. So I want to know if there is a policy by your government that stipulates time for refuse disposal. If there is, I think there should be an awareness created on that. And then again, about 2 keke operators told me that they are still having issues of extortion by Abia based on revenue collection. So that is, they would like you to look into that. Thank you.
All right. Nana, thank you very much for those pieces of information. Well, you will always see people trying to take advantage, but our people should be courageous enough and have enough knowledge to resist people trying to extort them. We have announced time and time again that this government does not use tax to collect revenue or for enforcement. So I want to announce it for the 14th time that when you see tax coming to you, report them to the nearest security agency. Do not give in to them. You have a right not to succumb to the threats of miscreants. If you choose to succumb, then there's nothing I can do for you. At least I've made it very clear that I do not enforce the collection of taxes and other revenue from by tax. So everybody should know about that and help us to exterminate that wrong practice. Thank you.
All right, we'll go straight to, all right, Chief, Chairman, that's it.
Your Excellency, my name is Chief Journalist Sam Obi. Chief Journalist Sam Obi, the head of local newspaper. I'm also the chairman, correspondent chapel of Abia State Council of Nigeria Union of Journalists. Your Excellency, at my age and experience in this job, I've come of age. Your Excellency, I want to commend you for the work you are doing in Abia State, particularly if you are coming from Abia Tower through Opera Square, you will appreciate the beauty of what you are doing. Your Excellency, let me say congratulations on this call. Your Excellency, we are also aware before you became the governor of this state, you instituted a scholarship board for indigent and brilliant students. Your Excellency, we want to know your plans for Abia students in tertiary institutions in the country, especially at this very point in time when the tertiary learning is very much on the high. Your Excellency, thank you, sir.
All right. Chief Journalist, Prophet Sam. Thank you very much for your very kind words and for the words of appreciation of some of the jobs we are doing. It is still early days because by the time the contractors finish with the tower to Michael or Other Square, they will now move from the tower to one wing. So there are still some work left for them to do. And the whole idea is that our place should look like a state capital, not a glorified village. I believe that the foundation, the scholarship you refer to is the one run by my foundation. Yes. That is still on. We intend to, in due course, set up a proper scholarship board for the state. And by the time we do, we're almost through. We will announce the membership of the board, and they will now come up with strategies to support indigent students of tertiary institutions, particularly like you said, in this period that things are quite difficult for people. So we have plans, and that will be unfolded shortly. Thank you, Chief Journalist.
Online, please. Right. Online, please. Online. Okay, if we don't have anyone online, we lost his place earlier, please. Let's give him the opportunity. It wasn't necessary you should do that.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Dara Okafor. I report for Arising. Your Excellency, while you were talking, you talked about empowering young people and then giving them access to capital. And you said that has already been done. I want to find out when it was done, the criteria that was used, and then why we don't know about it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nora. You mean Nora or Dora? Nora. Okay, Nora. Okay, Nora, okay. Thank you. I don't think that I said that has been completed, but that is in process. But some people have benefited, and if you follow the news, and I read it, a lot of them that were beneficiaries came to the government house to show appreciation. Did anybody see it in the news? So, but that is not all. That is just the beginning. And we have a few other programs to support people and their businesses, particularly the vulnerable groups, those in the micro, small, and medium enterprises pocket, and people who generally want to do business. But the most important part of the support, which we probably missed, is creating the enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Because if you have money and you do not have anywhere to do your business, that money may simply disappear into thin air. So for me, when roads are being built, when the environment is secure, when the place is decent, when people are paid their salaries so that they can buy. You know, that buying decision is a major factor in the thriving of businesses. Because if you produce and there's nobody to buy, then you will not sell. And if you don't sell, it's a matter of time before you stop producing. And when you stop producing, then you cannot employ labor. And then a matter of time before the business shuts down. So creating a conducive environment for businesses to thrive is even a more compelling case than handing out money to people. But I can assure you that a lot of people have received some support and more are on the way. Nora, I don't know if you are happy with my response. You are not? Okay, don't worry. If you are not happy, that's fine. When you get home, I'm sure somebody will make you happy.
Oh, God, that's go back to the question.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Let me join my colleagues to say Happy New Year, sir. I have an information to give you, but that will be after my question. For the first time, Abians are beginning to drive on good road, courtesy of His Excellency. And people are asking, is it not proper at this time to either revive Abroma or float state-owned construction company instead of looking for the Los Berger and the rest of them? Let's look for our own, to give out this contract, because some of these guys are doing a fantastic job.
But I can assure you that we have started discussions with the EEDC on a way that the government will get directly involved in distributing power in On1st and the environs. We are giving all necessary support to Geometric also for the Abia Fenced Island. So we are not sleeping. The details will emerge in due course. I am told that Abia's power will improve by March. And when the capacity would improve from the less than 15 megawatts that Abia is struggling with right now to over 50 megawatts. And hopefully with the pipelines that have been laid and with gas supply to Geometric, the 3 turbines that will generate 141 megawatts of power would come on stream. And when that happens, I have no doubt that Abia will begin to enjoy uninterruptible power supply. So we are very much on top of these issues. And we advise that you just be patient, and the problem that didn't start today will be solved very soon. Thank you, Steve.
Now, getting to the question that is still on par. Most communities in Abia North, and that is Abia,
It's the same problem. The power comes from On1st.
That's the substation. It was abandoned. What would the government do to resuscitate that so we can also have supply power?
You need to deal with the power source first. Because if you repair a substation and there is still no power coming into the place, it is a waste of money. So we want to deal with the root cause of the problem. And that is the power line. Are you listening? Are you listening, sir? The power line from On1st all the way to Otti. Until you solve that problem, substation and all the other issues, there might no problem to solve. Thank you.
Okay, at this point, Your Excellency, she's a good friend of indulgence to announce that there will be no more questions from the journalists. Because of time, we don't have time any longer. So at this point, we want to take some messages, perhaps 2 or 3, for Your Excellency to attention. This one is coming from, we have this one coming from, okay, we have this one coming from Obinna Ibe, and he says, good evening, His Excellency. Please, there is this open toilet that has been causing serious environmental pollution in Abia LGA. So the people living in that environment that needs to be closed. Please kindly assist us in closing this outlet. We are dying everything. God bless you, sir. And he also continues, my governor, there is illegal levy extortion going on in Abia international market. Please, our governor, are you the one that sends them? That's according to the sender. Just let me read this one, this very last one, so that we can. This one is coming from someone. Why are town planning authority workers being told since November, even after their verification? I think this one is coming from Uchenna. Okay.
All right. Open Naive wants me to go and close toilet in Ohafia. I've got the attention of the mayor of Ohafia to go and look into it. Although I don't know if he was specific about the location of the toilet. I'm in Ohafia. Okay. I have a lot of people from Ohafia. My commissioner for education smiling, and my deputy is also from Ohafia. So I have people to send to go and look for that toilet and close it. Like I had said, touting is not allowed. So if extortion is going on at Abia, it doesn't have my approval. So I couldn't have sent anybody to extort our people. So that does not have the approval, it's illegal. There was a third question you asked then. You see, that's what I told you. I said,
Yeah, which end of thinking? He says, trying to. He says, why are town planning authority workers?
Okay, now town planning authority workers, it's news to me. And I will engage with the Commissioner for Lands and Housing to understand why anybody is being good at all. To the best of my knowledge, we have made provisions for salaries up to January, and everybody has been paid. Okay, so if someone is being good between November and now, that is 3 months. So they should screen more and not wait for a session like this that happens once in a month. So that I will take that on board and ask the Commissioner for Lands and Housing. Is there any other one?
There's a question here saying, what's your plans about the plight of aspirants? Aspiring staff for 6 months now, the staff of our students have not been paid. So we have only received 3 months salary since your administration. Also, by December last year, you can't recall, the rich came and trained our staff on On1st and promised that they will send the code to us through our contact, which they collected, but now nothing has happened. So please, let us know your plans for the scheme.
Again, my response is the same response I gave about the town planning authority. So if someone has not received his salary, he should not wait for a session like this, because if it doesn't happen, then he will keep quiet. So they should go through their commissioners and ensure that they understand why their salaries have not been paid. The verification exercise helped us to streamline those that are government employees. Some people didn't show up because they are not in employment. Some people have relocated and we are still paying them salaries. Some people don't have BVN. If you don't have BVN, you will be paid. So this is just speculating. I don't know. So who will know? They are commissioners and then the accountant general's office. They should feel free to engage with any of them so that the issue will be resolved. Thank you.
Okay, we just have one more message, and after that, we welcome the government's closing remarks. This one is coming in from Ugochukwu Mba. The size is from Ohafia in Abia State. And he says, we are doing very well in infrastructure development. But in human capital development, we have not done so much in this area. Please remember the poor Abia pensions. This one is Ugochukwu.
All right, Ugochukwu, thank you very much. At least we are doing well somewhere. And human capital development does not work like infrastructure. It takes a little bit of time. If you have followed what we are doing, trying to retrofit schools, both at the primary and tertiary level, trying to train and retrain teachers
just developing minimum standards for our educational system, including the healthcare delivery system. Then you will know that in due course we will have better rating in human capital development. It's not something you switch off and switch on. So we are not ignoring it, but the results are not going to show as quickly as building roads and retrofitting hospitals. But we thank you for your observation. And then final words from me.
This is what we draw the curtain on the program tonight. We want to appreciate the foreign station for carrying his life. BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM, Vision 104.1 FM, Sun 94.3 FM, Anybody 94.3 FM.
We also appreciate Real 9.1, 91.9 FM, Magic 102.9 FM, Zinc 96.3 FM, Rapid FM as well. We also appreciate the online platforms that brought this stream, talking about AFM News, ABN TV, Very TV, and other online platforms here present. Okay, once again, my name is Vivian Chima. I represent Family Love FM. I sincerely thank you, Your Excellency. I also thank my distinguished colleagues.
Standing by is my name is also serving productivity and represent Psalm 91.3. Thank you very much.
At this point, sir, we welcome your closing remarks.
All right, thank you very much. Let me thank the media gentlemen and ladies that participated in this session this evening, and thank you for engaging productively. I would like to also thank Stanley and Vivian for anchoring so professionally, and thank you. I want to thank Abia people who are listening from home or their workplaces or shops. I want to thank you for participating. I'd like to encourage our people to support the government because this is your government. I'd like to thank all of you for your prayers that culminated in our victory from the election through the Kano High Court, Kano Federal High Court, then the Tribunal, the Court of Appeal between Owerri and then the Supreme Court in Abuja, where we were declared victorious exactly 20 days ago. So I'd like to thank you for all your support, and I encourage you to continue to support this government. All the things we are doing are for our people. The welfare of our people takes preeminence over any other thing. And under my watch, your welfare will be prioritized. As we change a lot of things, it will be uncomfortable for some people who have been used to the old ways of doing things. But we are single-minded about change. And the change we are talking about is positive change. Once a larger majority of the people derive benefit from the change, then we believe we are succeeding.
and we cannot succeed without you. One major area that I want to appeal to Abia people, particularly those in Abia, is about environmental sanitation. I want everybody to own it. I want you to get to that level where you find it difficult to exist with faith. I want you to get to that level where somebody throws something on the street and you call him to pick it up. Until we get there, we are not where we want to be. We want our place to be sanitized, to be decent, to be inviting to people, so that people who have money to invest, who have capital, who want to do business, will think of Abia first. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you once again for being part of this, and I wish you a good night rest. Bye.
The lion is here.
Oh, yeah, now.